Hi there, I'm Irene. I'm covering today the Ujjayi breath, and I'm covering it as a pranayama seated practice, so a formal breathing technique, which will hopefully give you the basics of how to do this breathing technique, what to look for and experience as a beginner, and also giving you the tools of how you can start to integrate this into your yoga practice. So particularly in Ashtanga or Vinyasa, this breathing technique is used, intended to be used really throughout the whole practice to guide each movement with this beautiful Ujjayi breath of fire. So there's three elements that we'll be exploring today. The first one being about the length of the breath, the second being about the intensity of your breathing, and the third part that will build up in stages is finding this sound of the breath, and that's really also looking at the mechanics around the throat area, which is going to be helpful. So to begin with, you can just find a comfortable seat. Maybe take a moment to close the eyes if that just helps connect you a little bit better with your body and with your breath. And just taking a moment to observe your natural breath. Noticing if you're naturally breathing through the nose or through the mouth. And seeing if you can allow the breath to move through the nose. So that will be one of the requirements for this breathing technique. So just taking slow, steady breaths through the nose. Slowing the pace of your breath down a little. So it might be slightly longer than your natural breath. And we can begin with looking at the first ingredient, so the length of the breath. And there's this real focus and intention of equalizing the inhale and the exhale. So you can start to begin to find this in your breath right now. And I find it always helpful actually to count, often in my head, a particular number slowly to match the inhale and exhale. And that way you're really able to find that balanced sort of length in the breath. So you can breathe in, maybe a count of 2, 3, 4, and breathing out 2, 3, 4. Breathing in 2, 3, 4, and breathing out 2, 3, 4. Doing this one more time. Inhale 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4. Now I picked a count of 4. If you feeling for your breath capacity you need it shorter or longer, you can of course choose that and work with that. The next thing I'd like to explore is the intensity. So this is meaning the speed and kind of fullness of the air at the beginning of the inhale and the end of the inhale wants to be the same throughout, consistent. And then for the exhale, also trying to explore that. So you're kind of working as best as you can towards this. So we'll do a few rounds again. So inhale 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale, trying to find that nice smooth and consistent length of the breath, as well as intensity. And exhaling slowly letting the air again move, same volume, same pace. Doing this one more time, inhaling, finding this nice regular rhythm to the breath, and exhaling. Then we're finally adding the sound to the breath. So I saved this part till last. I think it often gets the most attention of breathing with sound. But in fact, the other two elements I believe are just as important. And I think sometimes if we get a bit hung up on the sound of the breath, it can be tempting to kind of force that and perhaps over-constrict the throat in that way. So we're going to begin by breathing in through the nose without sound and out through the mouth with sound. And when you're breathing out through the mouth, you can almost imagine you're wanting to breathe and steam up a mirror or a glass. And this will kind of create that soft feeling in the throat as you create the sound to breathe out. So inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Doing this one more time, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Great. So we're going to build up on this. And we're now going to breathe again in through the nose without sound. And this time as we're breathing out, you're going to see if you can breathe out through the nose, but creating that kind of same feeling as if you were breathing out through the mouth and steaming the glass up. So if it's helpful, you might begin that exhale, breathing out through the mouth, and then start to change the place. So start to allow then the breath to move out through the nose, but trying to maintain again that smooth sound to the breath. So inhaling through the nose, exhale with sound, maybe first out of the mouth and then try to exhale through the nose. Inhale again through the nose without sound. And exhale, trying to exhale out of the nose. Again, create that soft sound. So you might feel vibrations around the throat again. Once more, inhale through the nose. And exhale out of the nose, see if you can create that soft sound. Great. And then finally, we're going to be working on allowing also that inhale to come with the sound. So there's that same kind of feeling as the exhale, but of course you're breathing in. So let's give it a try. Inhale through the nose with sound. Exhale through the nose with sound. Inhale through the nose with sound. Exhaling. Once more, inhale. Exhale. Great. And we're going to do a few more rounds, and this time we're going to try to put all of the different ingredients together. So particularly focusing on the length of the breath, the intensity, this soft sound and soft throat. And the sound, again, if it's not coming and it's not feeling good, I always recommend first stick a little bit with working of breathing through the nose without sound and trying to get that nice balanced inhale and exhale. And maybe over time you can experiment before practice and see how it goes. Okay, let's give it a go. So inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. exhaling. Inhale, exhale. And you could just be continuing this perhaps for another minute or two. And we can just give that space to practice continuing. So you really start to find not only this kind of relaxed and soft rhythm, but you just start to get comfortable with that breathing technique. And the other thing with the sound of the breath is it really gives that possibility of the mind to rest on the sound and focus there. So it's a way of bringing more awareness also to the breath. So let's just try for a minute or so this breathing technique, trying to bring all the elements together. So again, you can close the eyes if you like. So just slowly, after your next exhale, just let your natural breath come back again. And yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you, giving you some sort of experience of doing the practice seated can be really helpful, because then as you also start to move and integrate it perhaps in your vinyasas, in your sun salutations, and just when you're still in a pose, of course, you want to still keep that breath flowing. It can be a little bit more helpful if you find that stability of the breath right at the beginning. So let me know in the comments if you've got questions. Please do subscribe to the channel, like the video if you found it useful, and I'll see you soon.